this is Daniel Bernoulli. His father wanted him to be a merchant, but he was strongly opposed to that, growing up in a mathematical family. So eventually his father caved and agreed he could be get into medicine. And following that, his studies, he started researching in Russia, which led to him beginning to develop his theory on fluids. But after he developed his theory on fluids, his dad became jealous, reportedly plagiarized everything he worked on, and this estranged the two forever.
So here we have the celebrated Bernoulli equation, and some of the assumptions of this is that one, that the viscous effects are assumed negligible, the flow is assumed to be steady, the flow is assumed to be incompressible, and the equation is applicable along a streamline. So P is equal to pressure, rho is equal to the density of the fluid, which typically will remain constant. V is your velocity. Oftentimes you will have to solve for this. Gamma is a specific weight of the fluid. And Z is the height in the vertical.
So this is water from a dehumidifier, and we're pouring it out, and the pressure right there in the pool above that hole is actually greater than the pressure of that water pouring through the hole, although the speed of the water going through that hole is faster per Bernoulli's equation.
So what we wanted to show you in that last demonstration was that the pressure in the pool of water is actually greater than the flow that's coming through the small hole opening. The pressure in 1, where the bucket's pool, is actually greater than the pressure in 2. However, the velocity going through the pool is actually less than the velocity of what's coming out of the stream, which is a big factor of Bernoulli's principle. So a real-life application of this is a garden hose. So a garden hose has a small nozzle around it, which you can use to adjust the flow of the water coming through the nozzle. So when you're watering your plants, you want to be able to adjust the nozzle in order to make sure that you're not overwatering your plants. And this is a great application of Bernoulli's principle. Essentially, when you tighten the nozzle, it makes it so that the water flow through the garden hose is actually greater. And when you loosen the nozzle, it makes the flow through the garden hose less. And you can apply this to watering your plants so that when you want to water a large amount of plants, you use a greater speed to get the most water flow. However, when you're watering one single flower, you don't want to have a tight nozzle, or else you'll kill the flower, and that would be really sad.
We'll be right back.